everybody, welcome back to our channel.
What's up, guys?
So we are starting 2021 with a Q&A.
Wow.
We plan to be a lot more consistent this 2021, okay?
Yes,
so
we don't have the kids here. We kicked them to the curb.
We had a photo shoot this morning. Don't believe him. Anyways, they're at my mom's house, so we took the chance to answer the questions that you guys have been posting on our Instagram pages. If you don't follow us on Instagram, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Also, don't forget, if you constantly watch our videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button so that you can be notified every time we post a video.
Like the videos.
And like our videos, please. It really helps our channel. I know we've been, we wasn't going to say this. I know we've been a little, like, absent, and our engagement hasn't been that well because of it. It's our fault, really.
It was 2020. Let's just put it like that. YouTube was 2020.
Yeah, but we're here, so let's do this.
So we asked you guys to ask some questions on Instagram and TikTok, and these are the questions. We're gonna try to go through these fast so this video doesn't drag out.
I think we're gonna have to make a part 2 of this video because there's a lot of questions.
Possibly. You want to start?
Yes.
I don't have many questions, so to my followers out there, you suck.
So let's see. First question: where did you buy your camera? It's really good.
From Miss. This is an insider.
It's an insider, yeah.
So she asks, where did I buy my camera? At Ramo. It's really good.
It's really good because apparently, according to her.
So just, you guys, when you're getting pictures taken from a professional photographer, the worst thing you can say is, you have a very good camera. Because the camera...
We do, though.
We do. We have a great camera. But if I don't know how to work the camera, I will not get the images I get. That's it, period. I don't want to drag that topic along.
Anyway, but that was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. It's an insider.
Next question was, ¿Cómo se llevan tan bien como pareja? Consejos. So basically, how do you guys get along so well?
We should read the people's name.
Right, I said I was going to do that. And this was Escala Morena, our dear friend from La Mega, 97.9 La Mega.
She wants advice on how
do we get along so well as a couple, and some tips or advice we could give.
My first tip is you have to have somebody. Tienes que tener a alguien para que te lleves bien. You have to have somebody.
The reason why he's saying that is because she's single.
She's single.
But
single, ready to mingle.
She wants advice. Maybe she's seeing somebody, we don't know about it.
I think it's just about communication, and
it's definitely communication. So I feel like we also have a lot of things in common, like a lot of goals, like our long-term goals are very similar. So that helps us, with everyday life.
You have to understand each other. So like, it's very hard to just, like, we have a long time together. So at this point, like, we understand each other and like what she likes, what I don't like. So it's something you build over time. Once you move in with somebody, it's gonna be hard to, just have that perfect relationship. We're not perfect. Like, we still, have our arguments, and I still leave clothes on the thing that we established, and I don't pick it up. She hates it, but
yeah,
she still loves me.
But I have to say, he listens to me sometimes. Like, he tries. It's not like he totally dismisses how I feel.
Yeah. So
that's one of the key points I would say that has made our relationship last this long. So whenever I have an issue and I don't like something, I tell him, like, I'm not quiet. Like, I'm gonna let you know, because I'm not gonna be unhappy. Like, that's just the way I've been from the beginning. Like, if I don't like something, I'm gonna let you know, because I don't care down the line how many years it's been, how many kids there are. If you are not that I want everything from you, but if you're not giving me quality life, or you're making my life, miserable just because you're like a burden more than anything. Like, we are a couple, not a couple. We are
a couple.
No, I mean, like, we're husband and wife. Like, my life should not be so much more complicated because you're my husband.
Yeah.
because I just feel like if that's the case, then I should just be single.
Yeah.
We're a team. You know, like, we have kids, like, you need to help me, I need to help you. It's not all about me. That's another reason why our relationship lasts so long, in my eyes. Like, he helps me out. There is no boundaries in this house about, oh, that's a woman chore, or that's a men thing. I mean, there's certain things he does that I don't do.
Get out of here. All right, that's it. That's good for the question. All right, that's a whole video. Like, we that really is. With that. I have one. This one is from Royland. What's something you always wanted to do but didn't?
Something?
That's hard.
Like, relationship-wise, or just as individuals?
I don't think he needs relationship advice. He's doing pretty good.
Something we wanted to do but we never have? Travel.
Oh, I should have bought Tesla stock when they was like $80. No, honestly, now I think I would have bought a house earlier in life than now. Yeah, because we currently rent an apartment. So if I knew what I know now before then, I would say I would have bought a house instead of renting for so long. Yeah.
But this was just our journey. We didn't know any better back then.
Yeah. But that's something that I always wanted a house. You know, it's just intimidating to hear, like, I'm gonna buy a house at 21. Like, what? But it is possible. And if you're very young or even older, definitely consider that, because you will
thank yourself
in the future.
Absolutely.
So that's something.
So that's something that you, what was the question really? Something buy a house early enough though.
Yeah, but we're in the works.
We will.
And we're gonna bring you along.
Okay, so next question from Ambitious Beauty 27. She is a loyal Fab Family subscriber. First things first, I love y'all. Been following since day one. Thank you. So her question is how to keep the spark alive.
Oh.
Thank you so much for your question, Ambitious 21. Ambitious Beauty 27. How to keep the spark alive. How do we keep the spark alive? Are you keeping the spark alive?
That's it. That's all I gotta show.
No, that's not valid. How do we keep the spark alive? I think our spark never really dies because we're actually friends. Yeah, we are. Like, we're not, like, I don't just see him as a sexual object.
I'm not that fine.
No, you are. But yeah, like, we have a friendship, so we talk, you know, like, about other things, and we always keep that connection. So, and now especially, like, I feel like now that we have kids, like, we don't have, like, we can't just be doing what we want to do 24/7. So whenever we have the chance, it's special, because it's like, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment, guys. So just imagine, I don't need to give you guys any more information. We have to take advantage of the small moments.
I try every day.
And right now we're not really doing anything like out of the ordinary where we're like going out like on dates for dinner or something, because we have a bigger goal.
Yeah.
So we've done it in the past though, like where we go on dates or whatever, but for the past 2 years.
Did you press record?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Lord.
So for the past 2 years, we've been on like getting debt free and like saving up money. So we've been on a really intense hustle. So like stuff like going on a date, just him and I, like to a fancy restaurant, has really been on the back burner for like the past 2 years. But we are still enthusiastic because we're doing it for a common good. Like we have a common goal we're trying to achieve. So that's much more interesting for us. I think that's kind of like a way to keep the spark, because
like always set goals for each other and like sit down and actually speak about your goals. Like I've noticed this year we've like sat down a lot and spoken about, I know this year just started,
like how we're doing, like
talk about everything, like what you want to do, like
sometimes we're like drained.
Yeah, like whatever she wants to do, like I put my input, ideas that I come, and even if we don't do it, it starts a conversation, and And then at the end of the day, you guys will be like, oh my God, that was a great conversation.
Yeah, we do
and
that.
And spark. And then, guys, you just... All right, next question. Somebody asked me what lens do I use. This was Guccifer. I use the Sony 24-70 for video, mostly. For photos, I use a 70-200 and a Sigma 105. I'll put the pictures of them so you see what they are. That's it. Not gonna get into details.
Okay. So Ambitious Beauty 27 also had another question, and it was vlogging more and more children. So I guess she's asking, are we vlogging more and are we having more children? So
we'll let you know about the more children. That'll be the last questions because that's probably the most asked questions we have.
Okay, so vlogging more, definitely. We will be vlogging more 2021.
Yes.
So
we don't.
For the videos.
Yeah, we don't vlog a lot because we're literally home. Like we pretty much respect all the rules that they have, and we're not really going anywhere. We stay home. If we do a photo shoot, I said.
But some exciting stuff is coming up in April. Yeah.
We got some plans in April, and then when we start getting into real estate, that's something we're gonna talk about in future videos. We will be vlogging the whole process for those of you who want to become an investor, want to buy your first property, want to just buy your home and are scared to do it. We're here to show you that everything is possible and you can do it. You just have to educate yourself. So that's coming.
This year should be a lot more fun than 2020. So
yeah,
we have a lot of high expectations. Hopefully God allows us.
Do you guys have this one is from Cesar C. Suriel 1. Do you guys have a song or a go-to album? Bad Bunny, baby. That's it. Bad Bunny all day, every day.
Yeah, he does. He me harta, me harta, me harta, me harta. I am okay with Bad Bunny. Some of his songs are really dope. I really like some of his songs, but some of his songs are just way too much. Like some of his songs, I'm just like, babe, cut it out.
And Romeo Santos. Romeo's coming with a new album. You just don't know it, but I know. I'm watching him.
I don't have a favorite anything. I just, whatever songs come out, if I like it, I like it. I start playing it for a little bit. I burn them out. And then I move on. Like, that's just, I don't know.
But I love all type of music, but I'm just like, Bad Bunny he hypes me.
What else was the other question? Music and what else?
An album, same thing.
Yeah, no, not really.
I got one. Salsa Eric says, Eric, ¿cómo hacen para mantener a esas dos bellezas de hijos que tienen? How do we do to, I guess, maintain our beautiful kids?
We just have to.
Yeah, we don't have any choice. It depends. If you're talking about financially, we work. If you're talking
both
about
of us work.
I don't know. That's a difficult question.
We have regular jobs, 8 to 4, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday,
9 to 12.
And we also have part-time jobs, makeup, photography,
YouTube, TikTok, videos. But I don't know. I feel like we just, as much as we don't do like crazy activities like some parents, not saying that it's bad, we wish we could. The first thing, like when we started paying it off debt, it was crazy to see Armani, our oldest, like he was actually involved. Like to see him like look at that and understand what like that is, and like it's a different type of feeling that not many people experience. Like you can do the Disney and all that, but like these little things, like they remember them, and I think like it sets them up.
I really do think he's gonna remember as he grows up. Like, wow, my parents actually like sacrificed a lot of our time when I was growing up, and we didn't go to places because they would say that they have to pay off debt, and like that.
It sounds cliche, like, oh my God, I'm sacrificing so you can have a better future, but it's one thing to say it and one thing to actually do it. Yeah,
and take like those kind of like extreme steps that we did. Like we went from like going out every weekend and eating out a lot to not doing it at all.
And he understood it. He was, at times it gets hard, but that's it. We're just literally trying to give what we didn't have and for them to have it. Yeah. For them to start their adulthood at a better step, because they don't teach you things like that in school. So we are the ones that need to teach them.
Yeah.
All right.
So how do we basically overall in conclusion?
In conclusion,
we try to educate them. Like we're very strict parents. I believe we are.
we teach them about life, wrong versus right, and just like if you ask Armani, he will probably say like he wants to do real estate in the future.
He doesn't really know what he's saying, but
Yeah.
he has like an idea of like wealth building.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So we just try our best. We're not the best parents in the world, but we just try our best. I have my days where I feel like I'm not being the best mom ever, but
I'm strict.
very. But we're also very loving.
But it's like tough
not
love,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's not like.
But you need that. Kids
Yeah.
need boundaries. They need boundaries. Anyways, if you haven't seen my TikTok, go ahead and go to my Instagram and watch the TikTok of boundaries.
Slink ___ says, "Do you love me?" Do I love Slink?
Of course not. Of course you do.
I love him.
Yeah. That's your BFF.
I didn't have to say it. She said it. So that's your answer. Okay.
They might not hang out all the time, but
He holds a special place in my heart.
he's been there, and he's never been flimsy. Okay, my turn, I guess. So sweet little treats said, "No question, but you guys have so much potential and are amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Appreciate it. Those little comments mean so much because this is very difficult."
Yeah. Carmen J _91 says, camera suggestion for super beginner. She knits and she needs better photos.
Camera suggestion. It's a very hard question because it's all based on budget. But if you want to invest in a decent, good camera, I would say look up the Sony A6400 or A6600, I believe it is. Those are beginner cameras. They have flip out screens. They shoot 4K. They're entry level, and it's something that if you buy, it's gonna last you for a long time. It is a little investment, but if you buy something really cheap, you're gonna get used to it, and you're gonna realize that you want more quality right away, and then you're gonna have to buy another one on top of that one. So if you're gonna make your first initial investment, look at it as an investment, not just like you're splurging on something. If you really want to use it, and it's gonna pay off in the long run. That's my suggestion.
Awesome. Susana Hernandez TV.
Who's that? Skip that. Hi, Susana.
Hi, Susana. She wrote 3 questions. So question number 1. Have you ever felt you guys needed a break or ever talked about separation? Yes.
Yeah.
So,
it was
very early in our relationship, we had our problems. Everything was very nice at the beginning, like at the very beginning. And then we went through a lot of things that you guys don't even have any clue about. And we'll share with you guys when
future.
Babe feel comfortable, because it has a lot to do with Babe and his situation. But we went through a lot of things, a lot of challenges. Like after we met, everything was good, and then we went through challenges. Like it was still, I would say, like the beginning period of our relationship. And
challenges, like
real challenges, yeah. But that's for the future.
I'll write it in a book one day and release it.
And then things got better again, and that's when we decided to take everything to the next level. We moved in together, but of course we were very young. Like
it was always like up and down, up and down.
We met in high school. So when we decided to move in, we were what, 20, 21? 20 or 21?
No, 20, 21, 22.
Yeah. No, 20.
21. It was 21, I think, late. Whatever. It was
2021. And so everything was good at the beginning, when you move in with a person, everything is like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like,
I throw parties every day in the house.
But then, we actually had parties in our house. Like our house was like a lounge. Literally. Like our house, when we moved, it was so cute too. Like, let's try to see if we find a photo so we can insert it of what our living room looked like. It was such a cute living room. It was not a photography space living room. It was so cute. Like we had white couches, and anyways, it was very nice. We had a bar. It was beautiful. And our friends would come over all the time, and we literally had parties like every weekend because Babe used to be a DJ. He was a DJ from what? Like, you were very young when you started DJing.
Like 14, 13.
14 years old?
Who knows?
And he would like go throw house parties, and he would DJ at clubs. And so our friends would come over, and you know, like,
we was just being 21.
we were being reckless.
Yeah.
Not really me. I wasn't being reckless. I was just being here. I was just chilling with you people. But Babe, there were certain people who started leaking into our home who didn't really have like really good
best intentions.
The best intentions, or like, these were like older people too. Like, some of them were really young like us, but some of them were a little older, and they were like these typical, not typical, I don't want to stereotype, but you know, like these Dominican men that just feel
You just
like
stereotypes.
it's hard not to though. Like, there's this group. I'm not saying all Dominican men. I'm not saying, because he's part Dominican, but he's not like that because he was raised here. But you know, like these Dominican men that
Next question.
no, we need to say that just feel that they're like the men of the house, and they, you know, like rule, no, like machistas. Like, they just want to have, like, it doesn't matter to them. They could be married and they're like messing around in the streets. They go out clubbing without their wives, and they come back and they think that is cool, like, because they're the men that they can do that. And these people had that kind of mentality, and they would come here. Oh yeah, they were all nice in front of me. Yeah, you know, Jessica. Yeah.
She's venting right now.
But they were those kind of men, and those kind of men, when they are around other men, they don't encourage those other men to do positive things. They encourage them to do whatever they're doing. And I'm not saying it was all their fault, because you had fault too, because you were an adult. You were an adult, okay?
Okay.
But I really do feel he was very young. He had not really lived life yet. And I feel like that moment in time, he was around men who just had trash in their head. They didn't have no goals, no ambitions, no nothing. All they were about was partying and meeting girls. And it's like, at that point, it wasn't their fault, because they can be that way. I don't care if their women respects them or accepts them that way. That's their problem. But he knows how I am. And the fact that he didn't respect, he started disrespecting me. At that point, we were not married. We were very early in our relationship, very early into moving in as well.
That's what I mean when I was like, that it's a long process, as in like, you have to get to know each other. Like, you're not gonna know everything about a person once you move in. So it's a long process, and to this day we're still technically learning.
Yeah.
So,
but I must say, I'm very, you know, at that point he started being a little reckless. He did things that he would never do before. Like, he never disrespected me like verbally. Like, he wasn't like verbally abusive or anything. He never was. Never. I don't think he ever will be. But he started doing things like, we women, we know when something's up. Like, they would go out to like a club and I couldn't come.
Damn, you put all my shit out there.
What? Let me tell you something, ladies. When that shit happens, I don't know about you, but I do not accept it. And I'm so glad that back then I kind of like put my foot down and I said what I had to say. And I was like, I was on alert. Like, I knew something was going on, because that wasn't like him. And like, he started noticing that I was like acting different, that I was pissed off every time he would do that. Like, no, it's not okay. Like, it's not okay. You either taking this seriously, we either moved in because we want this seriously, or I might as well just live by myself and live a single life.
Yeah. So guys, don't do, like, you can't do guys night out like every weekend. It doesn't work. You can't do it. It doesn't work.
And when you tell your woman she cannot come, what are you hiding? When I would go out, like, let's say with my girlfriends, I didn't care, unless it was like strictly like one day we said, oh no, it was all girls night. Fine, like, you should be able to trust your partner. But we women know when something's up. Yeah. We know. And it was very obvious at that point that he was disrespecting me. And so I put my foot down. I said, okay, you're going to have to choose. You either choose your friends or you choose me, because I'm not going to be on the limbo. Like, I'm not just going to be here like, oh yeah, you know, you're being a little messed up, but I'm just going to stick around. Like, no. Like, I always knew, like, my value. I always knew that if I allowed this from him from that time, it was just going to continue to go on.
Yeah.
And so he had to choose.
And I chose you.
And I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that I put my foot down, because at the end of the day, your guy, your man is going to do as much as you allow him to. This is a learning curve for everybody. He had not been in a serious relationship. I had not been in a serious relationship. We had just moved in. I have to put boundaries, just like I put boundaries with my kids.
Look at the camera. Sorry, we got a monitor.
Sorry.
And it's like, man.
So yeah, we at that point, I was very serious. I was like, no, like, you're either gonna fix your shit or it's over. Like, that was it. Like, you stop hanging out with these people who are now no good for you. They're not even, or figure it out.
That's
like,
it.
Figure it out.
She gave me an ultimatum,
and he
here
chose.
I am.
And he did very well. Like, after that happened, I could say he actually tried to become a better person.
Hold on. I don't know if this is still cool. All right, so she's saying I tried and I did good, and that was my ultimatum. All right,
Yeah.
we got a few more questions because I don't.
So what was the question? That was no, wait, Susanna had 3 questions.
Oh, hurry up! You better. Well, you just told the whole story.
No, that was one question.
I know you told the story. Who's a better dancer by Susanna? She is.
I love dancing. Darwin has Jessica ever made a dish you didn't like but pretended it was delicious, not to hurt her feelings?
No. I'm not a picky eater, but she is. So usually if something is off, she's already like critiquing before she even pours something. But I tell her, because if I tell her it's good and she continues to do that recipe, it makes no sense. So
most of the time I feel like I already tell you. Like, if it's bad, I'm like, oh no, babe. Like,
well, she would think it's super bad. Me, since I'm not a picky eater, I'd be like, it's not that serious. But not really. We're both not really kitchen people, so we cook basic food. Like, you don't call me for a pernil because you ain't gonna. You might get it from the experts at the restaurant, but we ain't doing it for you.
I just learned how to do roasted chicken though.
Oh yeah. All right, next.
No. Yeah, that's it for her.
And should we answer the most asked question? Oh, Nudi's had question. Oh, she had her question was the baby. Mm-hmm. All right, so the most asked question, here it is. Are we having more kids?
Hell no.
Yeah, we are. She's lying.
No, I don't think so, babe. I really don't think so.
She full of it.
If I don't have a kid soon.
So what are you saying? You want to try to keep the spark alive?
No, babe.
Keep the spark alive.
We have way too many things going on. We can't deal with another child. It's a lot of work to have 2 kids.
We don't know.
I can't picture myself with another one, not at least right now. And then I just turned 30. I wouldn't want to have a kid like so late in life.
We don't know. If it happens, it happens. But we're not planning it.
Not in my plans. Yeah.
We want to get a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. Who knows? Maybe.
I don't think so, but
if she lets me. If she lets me.
God has the last word, so who knows? Let's see.
A few more. Baby number 3.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
Who's my biggest inspiration? That's a hard question. But there's this guy. His name is Christian Guzman. I really look up to that kid. Because like his work ethic, and like he's young. I don't know, I've been following him for so long, and just like seeing his growth is like really amazing, inspiring.
He was very young when you started following him.
And like he sets a goal and he does it no matter what. Like, I wish I could do things like that. I mean, it's harder because no excuses, fuck that shit. He's one of them. It's hard though, but
I don't really have like an inspiration of looks. J-Lo, I would like to look like J-Lo when I'm like 40, 50, you know. No, but in terms of like inspiration, like who inspires me mentally right now, anybody who's like on a financial free journey, on like
positive vibes.
Yeah, like entrepreneurs who are actually building wealth, don't just call themselves entrepreneurs. Like actually doing some things that are different to build family wealth and to, you know, break generational curses, like financial curses. Those are the people that are actually inspirational to me. Who have we been listening to that's inspirational in that way? We listen to a lot of people.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of people, a lot of podcasts. I don't know. Pretty much anybody who's out there putting out positivity, you are our inspiration, because that's what we try to do, is push. Even though we might not say it on here, but whenever we speak to our friends, we're always showing like...
The first person that inspired us to go debt free was Dave Ramsey. Like, I'm always going to be thankful to Dave Ramsey. Even if I don't follow his steps like to the T, I will always be thankful with Dave Ramsey.
Uncle Dave.
Yes. And the other person is 9 to 5 guy, the 9 to 5 guy.
Oh yeah, 9 to 5 millionaire.
He inspired us to do real estate.
Like, we always wanted, but he, I don't know, something about his speaking just... He wasn't a speaker, he just started speaking. And it just clicked. And there's a lot of them that I follow now, but he was initially like popped up on our social, and we kind of just went with him. But this memory card is about to die. Thank you so much for the questions. We're gonna do a part 2.
Yes.
So if you have more questions, make sure you can either go to Jessica's Instagram.
We haven't answered all the questions, so there's gonna be a part 2 too. So stay tuned for the part 2. So we can
add questions to this one. Go to Jessica's Instagram or my Instagram or TikTok, and you can comment your questions there, and we'll be answering them. We're gonna do a part 2 to this.
But they can't comment anymore. We already. That's it. We have all the questions.
No, they want to continue.
Asking more questions?
Why not?
You want to make a part 3 or part 4?
Part 2, part 3.
Okay. Just we're gonna continue recording. It's just not gonna be on this video. So stay tuned with the part 2.
All right,
guys. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching.